The most personal thing you own is not your name. It's not your culture. It's your skin. And it tells a story you've probably never heard before, because your skin is not an accident. It's not a cultural heritage or social category. It's a biological contract, a compromise negotiated over millennia between your body and the sky above your ancestors' heads. And if you look at the inside of your wrist right now, what you see, visible veins or opaque skin, that's the signature of that contract. Proof that someone, somewhere in your bloodline, survived a specific environment thanks to exactly that configuration. Here's how it all came together. Millions of years ago, our ancestors were covered in hair, just like any other primate. Practical, insulating, effective. And then someone had the brilliant idea of losing that natural coat, climbing down from the trees and walking upright under a blazing sun, completely naked. Evolutionarily speaking, that was a disaster waiting to happen. Because without protective fur, skin is directly exposed to ultraviolet radiation. And the sun, let me tell you, does not play nice. So evolution had to pick a side, and this is where things get fascinating. Imagine your body as a permanent battlefield. Two generals are constantly fighting each other, never reaching an agreement. The first general is called Folate. That's vitamin B9. It's essential for cell production, reproduction, and the integrity of your DNA. The problem? UV rays destroy it. Directly in your blood. If you live near the equator with light skin, the sun wipes out your folate reserves, your DNA starts breaking down, and your bloodline stops right there. Done. So General Folate screams, "Build walls, darken the skin, we need a shield." But the second general is called vitamin D, and he needs the sun to exist. Without it, your bones become brittle, your immune system collapses, and you get sick at the drop of a hat. If you have very dark skin and you live in Northern Europe where the sun barely shows up, your shield blocks too much radiation. Not enough vitamin D gets produced, and you suffer in silence. So General Vitamin D roars, "Open the windows! Lighten the skin! We need to capture the light!" And you're just stuck in the middle. The color of your skin? That's the result of this tug of war. The exact balance evolution found so your ancestors could survive precisely where they lived. Every human shade, from the deepest brown to the most translucent white, represents a perfectly calculated equilibrium based on a specific latitude. Not too much shield, not too much window. Just enough of both. Now let me introduce you to the different character classes evolution created. The original class, the Guardian. Populations that evolved near the equator produce massive amounts of melanin. And melanin, most people think it's just a pigment, a color. But it's not. It's a biological engineering material, a radiation filter, a UV energy absorber capable of protecting the DNA inside every single cell against mutations. In the deepest skin tones, melanin is so dense it sometimes gives the skin bluish or violet-tinted reflections. That's not aesthetic. That's functional. That's living armor. This skin resists solar degradation better. It ages more slowly. It drastically reduces the risk of skin cancer under intense sun exposure. It's the tank class in the game of evolution. Maximum defense, longevity, toughness. But what happens when you take that tank and drop it into a northern forest where the sun disappears for 6 months a year? The armor becomes a prison. So evolution started lightening the load. Populations that migrated north gradually lost melanin, not by chance, out of absolute necessity. The first step, warm golden brown. Mediterranean, North Africa. Enough melanin to handle intense summers. Enough transparency to absorb vitamin D in winter. The perfect balance, the all-rounder class. Then, moving toward the Middle East and Southern Europe, olive skin appears. Neutral undertones, sometimes slightly greenish or grayish. Skin that doesn't burn easily but is no longer as heavily shielded. That's the scout class. Adaptable, understated, effective in almost any environment. Further north, we reach fair skin. At this point, the shield is almost completely dismantled. The goal is no longer to block the sun, it's to capture it. Every photon counts. The skin becomes a high-efficiency solar panel. The trade-off? Zero resistance to intense UV, sunburn in 20 minutes, high risk of skin damage under a tropical sun. But in a cloudy northern environment, this setup is a masterpiece of pure adaptation. And finally, the far north. The lightest shades translucent, almost milky. If you look at your wrist and your veins are clearly visible, it's because your skin isn't even trying to block anything anymore. It's built to be permeable to light. Capture everything, filter nothing. Because in an Icelandic winter, every ultraviolet ray is a rare and precious resource. That's the glass cannon class. Zero defense, maximum production power. Now here's where things get really strange. Sometimes evolution glitches. Sometimes the source code crashes. And people are born with skin colors nobody expected. In the Appalachian Mountains in the 1800s, an isolated family passed down an extremely rare genetic mutation from generation to generation that affected the blood's ability to carry oxygen normally. Result? Their blood turned a chocolate brown shade, and through their light skin, that brownish blood appeared blue. These individuals lived perfectly normal lives. They worked, got married, grew old, just with permanently blue skin, as if they had been holding their breath since birth. And if you think biological glitches are reserved for genetic mutations, think again. Some people have voluntarily turned their skin slate gray. How? By ingesting colloidal silver, an alternative remedy still sold online today. The body has no way to eliminate silver, so it stores it in the skin tissue. And when light hits this silver-loaded skin, a chemical reaction similar to an old photographic development process occurs. The skin oxidizes. It turns permanently gray-blue. Final, irreversible. You literally become a living photograph developing in real time. And no, it does not wash off. But these extreme cases are rare. The real glitch, the one affecting billions of people today, is far more subtle. And it probably concerns you. For 99% of human history, populations lived where their physiology had been shaped. The system worked. The folate vitamin D balance was maintained naturally by simple geography. And then we invented modern transportation, and everything went sideways. Today, you can be born with skin calibrated for long equatorial days and spend your entire life in an office in Stockholm under fluorescent lights. Or be born with skin built to capture every last bit of northern light and move to Dubai. In both cases, your biological equipment ends up completely mismatched with your environment. The very fair-skinned person landing in Australia doesn't burn because they're fragile. They burn because their solar panel, designed for soft, diffuse light, is suddenly exposed to a laser. And the laser wins. Risk of cellular mutation. Skin cancer. A perfectly designed body simply in the wrong place. The deeply pigmented person settling in Norway doesn't suffer because their body is malfunctioning. Their armor is doing exactly what it was built to do. Block UV rays. But in the absence of intense UV, that same armor also blocks the faint available light. Result: vitamin D deficiency, brittle bones, weakened immune system, a perfectly healthy body just pointed in the wrong direction. That's the great modern mismatch. Your internal biology is thousands of years old. Your zip code can change in a few hours of flight. And the good news is that for the first time in history, you can manually step into this biological tug of war. You don't have to passively take the hit. If your skin is a solar panel, wear sunscreen, not because of social convention. Because of engineering logic, you're protecting equipment that was never designed to handle overload. If your skin is armor and you live far from the tropics, supplement with vitamin D. Not because you're broken, because you're running hardware built for a different environment, and you need to compensate in software for what geography no longer provides. Look at your wrist again. That particular shade you've always taken for granted. It's not just melanin, it's the logbook of your entire bloodline. A journal written in adaptation, migration, and survival. Every ancestor who lived long enough to have children contributed to calibrating exactly the equipment you're wearing today. You are the result of an unbroken chain of survival successes, each one stretching back 200,000 years. Your skin is the most personal thing you own, and now you finally know what it's been telling you all along. Just be careful where you point it, because evolution is brilliant, but it clearly never accounted for budget airlines. If this video taught you something you didn't know yesterday, hit that like button. It's the best signal you can send me to keep digging into topics like this. And if you want to see the world differently every week, subscribe to the channel. The next video is about another secret your body has been hiding since the day you were born, and I promise you'll never look at yourself quite the same way again.